Community gardens basically are spaces in Singapore that are dedicated to allow groups of residents to come together to grow vegetables in that space. Now, the common feature is that all the farmers in community gardens are part-time and they are hobbyists. In other words, they do not farm for profit. That's the main distinguishing feature. And if you look at NParks, the website, NParks will tell you that there are about 1,600 community gardens in Singapore. The Singapore Food Agency officially recognizes 3 baskets: imports, self-production, and growing overseas. As you know, resilience means having the ability to buffer any potential disruptions in supply. Okay? Now, because of that, and because community gardens are located within Singapore, we feel that they really are an underutilized opportunity to help us to contribute to more resilience. Now, we feel that if we give recognition to community gardens as a distinctive 4th basket, then by sheer numbers alone, these gardens could contribute quite a bit more vegetables. In other words, make more vegetables available to the community, therefore putting less demand, less strain on the imports and on the commercial farms. I think the major challenge really is that all these part-time gardeners or farmers are hobbyists. Okay? And currently, they're not encouraged to grow more or to grow more efficiently. Okay? So many of them could actually benefit from formal advice on how to grow better. Okay? Because they're all hobbyists. And in fact, I've met some of them, and some of them have, frankly, very, very limited idea on how to grow good vegetables. No idea what the pest problems are, the disease problems are, or whether they're applying the right amount of fertilizer, for that matter. And another major challenge actually is that some of these gardeners may not want to change their current practices. Now, because right now, as a community garden, they're hobbyists, right? So they take a very cavalier attitude, okay, towards, the gardening is a hobby basically, okay? And they might not want to stray too much, okay, from making this as part of a hobby, irrespective of whether, you encourage them to produce, more, okay? So that's one part of the the challenge. The other part, of course, is that if they end up producing more, they can't sell their produce, okay? Only licensed farms are allowed to sell produce in Singapore, okay? And the license has to be granted by SFA, okay, after proper criteria are met. Okay? So sometimes these community gardens, because they're hobbyists, you might say, look, why should I go to all this trouble? See, right now, the production from them is not getting into the supply chain at all, in a formal sense. Okay? They can only barter, they can exchange, they can give away to friends. That's about it. Yeah. So what we need, in fact, is for the contributions from these community gardens to formally get into the supply chain, okay, the supermarkets and so on, or even farmers markets. And to do that, they must be licensed. So all these are the kind of criteria that, in a sense, become challenges when we try and convince these folks, to become part of the supply chain for Singapore. Yeah.